Lenten Thoughts, Day 11, Saturday of the first week of Lent. Saturday is dedicated to Our Lady of Sorrows. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Today we speak about the maternity of Our Lady, how the Blessed Virgin bore Christ, loved him, and in all things pleased him. Christ has a Father in heaven without a mother, and on earth he has a mother without a father. Although the Father was the one who pronounced the divine word, this declaration may also rightly be applied to the mother when he says, "This is my beloved Son." Thus, with respect to the mother, three things are affirmed about the Son. First, that she truly bore him as his real mother when it is said, "This is my Son." Second, that she loved him with a singular love as is expressed in the word beloved. Third, that he always and in all things pleased her, as is indicated in the phrase, "In whom I am well pleased." First point, the Blessed Virgin was the true and complete mother of Christ. It must be noted that she was the true and complete mother of Christ. Other mothers, although they are truly mothers, are not entirely mothers because the father has a part in the generation of the child. But she was entirely a mother, for the whole substance of Christ's body was taken from her womb. Thus it is written, "The Lord has created a new thing on earth, a woman shall encompass a man." This can be explained in three ways. First, a person encompasses what is truly his own, not what belongs to another. Other mothers do not entirely enclose the child in their wombs because the child's flesh is not entirely their own, but is partly derived from the seed of the Father. Only the Virgin Mary enclosed her Son completely within her womb, because nothing in him came from another, but he was wholly of the Virgin. Second, it can be explained differently. As St. Augustine says, other shapes are enclosed by different lines, but only a circular shape is enclosed by a single continuous line. The flesh of other children is formed from various lines, as it is generated from the seed of both parents. However, the generation of Christ is described as an enclosure because it was made from only one line, that is, from the virginal flesh of Mary. Third, it can be understood in this way. Something is said to be enclosed when it is entirely sealed on all sides, for if any part remains open, it is no longer an enclosure. Thus, the Blessed Virgin encompassed Christ, for she remained closed before birth, during birth, and after birth. Second point, the Blessed Virgin loved Christ with a singular love. According to St. Bernard, we ought to love God sweetly, lest the flesh allure us, strongly, lest worldly adversity break us, and wisely, lest the cunning of the devil deceive us. The Blessed Virgin loved Christ in all these three ways. First, she loved him sweetly, for she was entirely melted by the excess of this love. Just as gold melts in the heat of fire, so her soul was completely dissolved in the ardor of divine love. My soul melted when my beloved spoke, Song of Song. She loved him so sweetly that her love caused her to be in ecstasy. Love had indeed caused an ecstasy in the Son, for while suffering on the cross, he forgot his own wounds and remembered only his mother. In the same way, love caused an ecstasy in the mother, for she remained in the midst of his executioners, unafraid of them. Second, she loved him strongly. During the Passion of Christ, some were strong in love, but weak in presence and faith, like the apostles, who loved him while he was alive, yet abandoned him and lost faith. Others were strong in presence and love, but weak in faith, like the devoted women who loved Christ after his death and remained by his cross, yet lost faith in his resurrection. But the Blessed Virgin was strong in love, for she never ceased to love her Son. Indeed, it would have been easier for her to die than to be separated from his love. Love is as strong as death. Song of Song. She was even stronger in presence, for she stood immovable by the cross. Now there stood by the cross of Jesus his mother. She was stronger in faith, for faith remained in her alone and could not be extinguished even in the darkness of the Passion. Thus it is rightly said of her, "Her lamp shall not be extinguished in the night." Proverbs. Meaning that her faith, which enlightened the whole world, was never extinguished. Thirdly, she loved him wisely, which is evident through 3 signs. First, whenever her Son was a delicate child, she never spared him in things that pertained to God, but led him to the feasts and observed all religious duties. Second, no matter how much she loved him, she never sought to dissuade him from ascending the cross and suffering death for the salvation of mankind. Third, though she saw her Son suffering unbearable torments on the cross, she never urged him to descend from it or to spare himself from pain. From this, parents are instructed that they must accustom their children from an early age to pious studies, never dissuade them from good resolutions and works of penance, nor persuade them to abandon their chosen paths of repentance. Third point, Christ always pleased his mother. A son pleases his mother when he takes diligent care of her. Christ showed care for his mother in every stage of his life. In his infancy, he preserved for her the seal of purity inviolate. In his childhood, he was subject to her in all things. He went down with them and came to Nazareth and was subject to them. Luke. In his youth, at her request, during the wedding feast, he changed water into wine. At his mother's request, he performed his first miracle. John 2. In his passion, he entrusted her to John from the cross, ensuring her care. Woman, behold your son. John 19. After his resurrection, he first appeared to her. As Sedulius says, Christ, rising from the dead, first appeared to Mary. After his ascension, time of his death, he came to receive her in both soul and body, assuming her into heaven and placing her at his right hand in glory. Help us at gofundme.com/restore-immaculate. Thank you for your Lenten generosity. May God bless you.